Good afternoon, everybody. English Without Borders is so excited to continue Wednesday's series of the EWB Chai Talk with outstanding people who make a great contribution in the development of culture and education through English. And today we are very happy to welcome Musalam Khamidova, our dearest teacher, who has been collaborating with us and also who is representing the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education in Dushanbe. And let me give some brief introduction of our Mualima Khamidova. Khamidova Musalam is a senior teacher at the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education in Dushanbe. And she has been teaching English since 1978 up to present. In 2004, she became the T program finalist and visited California, USA. She was awarded with Teacher Excellence Award twice for her contribution in education. She is a co-author of Highway to English, a new textbook for the new generation for grade 5s. Moreover, she has been actively engaged in various educational programs by international NGOs and developed manuals for students of the 6th, 7th grades, as well as manuals for teachers and students, and also for students of grades 3 and 4. Besides teaching, she has developed programs for teacher development courses in Tajikistan. Her recent book, Collection of Dictations for grades 5 up to 11th for teachers, will be published soon. In addition, she has actively participated in CATEC conference in Turkmenistan and Tajikistan. She's a certified trainer and has been conducting teacher training courses at the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education in Dushanbe since 2006. So welcome, Malima Jun. We are very happy to see you. And we would like to talk today about so many interesting things around education. And of course, like our audience would like to know more about you. So please kindly tell some words about yourself.
Okay, I was born on the 9th of April in 1957 on the farm of Russia in Rudaki region. And I went to the secondary school in 1970. No, went to the Rudaki region school, secondary school, where I had studied for 10 years. And I studied at a pedagogical institute, now named after Taras Grigorich Shevchenko, the Faculty of Foreign Languages, Department of English Language. With the result of that, I became a teacher of the English language and went to start my career to the village, Kostepa, where I studied for 10 years at the secondary school. It was numbered 79 at that time. Okay.
Good. And so we know that you have a huge teaching experience. So can you tell us how many years have you been teaching English and how does the knowledge of English help you in your career?
Oh. Answering to these questions like this is very enjoyable for me. I love.
Good.
Yeah, okay. I have been teaching English to the speakers of other languages for the duration of 43 years.
43 years. Great.
And knowing the language, knowing the language. I visited to the United States of America through the T program in 2004 for having some experience about teaching English to the speakers of other languages. It was my first career. Then there I enjoyed my time greatly. Why? Because I could attend a lot of lessons of the secondary schools of Washington, D.C. And I could see the world where English language is spoken as a stage. The next career that I did, because of my becoming a teacher, having returning to my native land, I was given certificate of a teacher trainer by Anna Houston, a specialist from England. The third career that it helped me greatly, that I was selected as a senior teacher at a professional teacher development institute in 2006 year. And from that time, I have been working for, I started to work at the Professional Teacher Development Institute, and it has, I have been working there for 15 years. I am the happiest one that now it was Anna Houston who helped me greatly, I would say, now to have my career as working with the teachers of with the original teachers of Tajikistan subordination about teaching methodology of teaching to the speakers of other languages.
Great, yeah.
Okay, I am the happiest one about this. Okay, that my now chosen profession helped me greatly in my career.
It's so great to hear that. Yeah, we know that just having so many great teachers, in your life also just gave you lots of inspiration. Can you tell who motivated or who inspired you to be a teacher?
Okay, it was my elder sister, Dushanbe. She was a teacher of English language. Her way of clothing, her way of communicating in English, now took me to the world of adventure.
Okay,
and I felt myself that time in the seventh heavens that I want to become a teacher of English language. The second person who took me now to another world of treasure of speaking English that sounds very natural and sweet. It is Anna Houston, a specialist from United Kingdom, England, I would say.
Yeah, great. Okay. So, and we know that you're still in touch with Anna Houston, right? And so, do you communicate still with her?
Okay, it is a starting point. It is a starting point now, and I'm ready. I'm ready to thank, to do everything for Anna Houston.
Yeah.
I can never forget about her efforts on teaching English to the speakers of other languages. Yes, I admire those times. It was my joy always when I had a talk with my teacher, and I would say,
I can see that you have big respect to your teachers.
Certainly.
Yeah. Okay. So just going back that to your teaching experience, we know that you have been teaching in a different schools, right? And also you've been teaching to different teachers. And can you tell what was one of the most surprising things you learned in your teaching career?
When I remember about my surprised moments that I have learned through my career, I could say that there are a lot, but I can share you the most surprising moments, that it was the feeling of significance and the content of education. what does education mean? What does education contain? And what is the existence of education? And I could realize, and I could read it from turning over the pages of now books, that it was Jack Delors who defined the existence of education now 4 competences. Now that they contain, I would say they are, it is how to learn English language and how to use it in true to life situations for your own purposes, and how to learn to be able to live together, and how to learn to live their life, how to learn to be able to live their life. Okay, it is the first thing, surprising moment that I could realize. The second interesting surprised moment that I could learn that it is the valuable result of our education. As now we say, Walter Bagehot defines, states, I would say, valuable results, the value of the education, it is having the ability, to do the things you have to do when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. It is the second surprise that I have. As educated one, as educated person, as the real teacher, I should feel the valuable result of education. And the third one, it is the feeling that I could realize, I could learn that there are no students in the class. There are individuals created by God. I would say. Yes. It is a very surprising moment that I'm feeling the moment now too. And I will feel it forever. Very surprised moments for me.
So the philosophy around that, so
yes.
Keeping everybody equal, and also just liking what you do, also finding value in what you do.
It is a requirement. It is a requirement of a new methodology that we should take into consideration the intelligence of the students. We should take into consideration they are being now equal ones created by God.
Sometimes teachers also learn from students. Right?
Okay, thank you. Now, we teach our students, and the students in their turn will teach us.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's two-sided way.
Yes, certainly. We can't imagine our life. For example, I can't imagine my life without teaching, without my students. And what can I do? I always think that what can I do if I don't teach? When I stop teaching, no, I cannot imagine this life. I will not stop learning. Okay, I would say.
Great. Okay, so we know that you work at the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education in Dushanbe for a long time as a senior teacher. And and we know that you also run the courses, teacher training courses. So can you tell more about what are the issues that English language teachers face in their schools? And I know that sometimes they share also with you, and also just they want to learn how to address those issues as well, right? So could you tell more about that?
Okay. To tell the truth, it's a problem that not all teachers feel their responsibility about teaching. And they don't know their competency and their responsibility, I would say. It's a problem. In that moment, I want to solve the problem making them feel as our now leader, national leader,
President.
and the statesman of solidarity and peace, Emmanuel Rahman states. Today's student, today's learner is greatly different with yesterday's one, which is having intelligence and intellectuality so that has been put in the know about using now internet. He uses internet, and through this he's aware of the news or changing technology all over the world. That's why teachers should do their best, should refresh, should improve their knowledge in order not to now leave behind. Because in earlier times, it was a teacher and a single source for learning something. And from this point, he's demanding respect. But now the world is changing. Methodology is changing, and methodology requires us to be ready, to be able to live the life. And what can we do with the material learned about English language? In traditional methodology, we are required, our students were required now to know something about language. For example, how many words do you know? Okay, how many sentences do you know? How many topics do you know? But today, they say, what is your competency about using the language you learned, about the material you are taught? Can you use it in true-to-life situations or not?
Exactly.
It is a requirement of methodology.
It's kind of shifting from teacher-centered methodology to
student-centered. Yes, it was how to say now. Our methodology was based, traditional methodology, was based on what will my student, how many words will know, what is the vocabulary power of my student.
Exactly.
What does he know? Today, he said, what can he do with the language taught? It is a difference. Okay, that the time, our life, or our everyday life require us. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Because we are living in the world of change. Okay, the day is changing now, day by day.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we know that the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education is involved in so many different projects with international organizations and local organizations. So, and of course, when we met with a rector who is a kind of very intelligent person and who is just a great leader in leading the institution forward. So I was really was impressed by his perspectives, by his and how he sees the further development of education, which is very, very great. And I would like just to know if you could tell more about the recent joint collaboration with any local or international organizations and what results have been achieved.
First of all, I would share my happiness that I'm proud of my working as a collaborator at the Professional Teacher Development Institute under the leadership of Honorable Kurbanzada. He's a very ambitious man, very respectful and demanding. I am happiest one, the happiest one, I would say, that I am working under his leadership. And I can proudly say that certainly we are having now some collaborations with our international organizations as well as local organizations. And using the opportunity, I want to tell you about our now local organization collaboration. Now, this year, in the year of 2021, we have done a lot. We have made a lot of accomplishments about now improving our teachers' knowledge and empowering them as a specialist. And a local organization founded by American Embassy, Dushanbe, now visited our institute several times. They gave us a lot of now presentations on our political moments, even at our lesson sessions. And even they did their best about giving seminars to the regional teachers of Tajikistan subordination. And I think, and I'm proud that we're having such a great opportunity, like having such a kind of collaboration with you, that I can proudly say that at the moment, our teachers of Tajikistan, teachers of English language have no borders, in using the language, in teaching the language to the speakers of other languages, because they are already supplied by the local organizations like the Dushanbe, I would say. And they were the happiest one. Now returning back home, they now thank to us several times because of our now seminars, because of our extra lessons, because of our now resources, because all resources now was presented them through the website EWB. It is English Without Borders. Yes, and I proudly say that there's no border about learning English language. Our teachers of English language are the happiest ones about getting resources. Everything is free for them.
So it's very nice to hear, and I know that also so many teachers gave their feedback also, and also invited English Without Borders and also you to come to the regions and also to conduct more trainings for rural teachers in far regions in other regions as well.
Sure, exactly. We are ready. We are ready to continue our collaboration. Only in the purpose of now empowering the teachers of Tajikistan, specials of Tajikistan, and get our now Tajikistan to the highest levels of other countries. And the next I can add here that we're having a lot of efforts, a lot of deeds to empower our regional teachers at our institute. And we are doing our best to have collaboration with other international organizations. For example, it is a USAID organization that at the moment we are a group of teachers under the leadership of Parvana Jamshedov, and totally under the leadership of Minister of Education, we are creating our standard and program for the primary school students of the secondary institutions. And the next one, that in 2018, now we did our best. For example, I, now with other specialists of other languages, did our best to create our now models about competence-based language teaching, about formative assessment, and about now interdisciplinary subjects even. We did our best. we have created our modules in 3 languages, in Tajik, in Russian, and English. And all teachers were supplied with these now modules free. And the next one that we are doing at the moment, our best, we have already prepared our program about training non-specialist teachers how to teach English to the speakers of other languages. We have done it. And in some days, we are starting our trainings with the non-specialist teachers of secondary institutions of Tajikistan subordination. Now, about the newest ways of teaching English. Okay, it is now this program, the last program that I'm calling to you, about non-specialist teachers now training, refers to the European Union organization. And I thank our Khonala Kurbanzada and the government of Tajikistan and the Minister of Tajikistan and Science that they're giving such a great opportunity for me, for the teachers of English languages, to try our efforts. It is only for the sake of our country's development, but nothing, I would say.
Exactly. That's very good to know that, you know, even the leader of our nation, like, he's also just paying attention to improving the quality of education, by improving quality of teaching, and also by improving the quality of learning.
Yes, certainly.
So which requires great political will, and I'm really happy to hear that you know, mostly all the institutions are open to such kind of collaborations, which is good. Okay, so my next question is about creating pedagogical materials. So we know that you are doing, the institution, the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Training of Education in Dushanbe, they're collaborating, and also you as a co-author is also collaborating with creating some pedagogical materials, and so could you tell more about that? What we are expecting to have very soon?
You are interested in my career about creating something new. Yes. The Methodist, I would say, I am doing my best. I'm ready to do my best. When I'm alive, I would do my best to create something new and to easy the way of teaching English to the speakers of other languages, to get ready some methodology resources now to my teachers of Tajikistan, my teachers, specials, I would say, specials of English language. And coming back home, I created, I'm a co-author of the textbook Highway to English. Highway to English. It is a new textbook for the new generation. I'm the happiest one that the teachers of English language of the secondary schools of Tajikistan are using this textbook now successfully at the moment. The next I have prepared a lot of programs, a lot of manuals for the teachers, manuals even for the students, like students book, a lot of guidance for teachers to ease their work, to help them, to support them. And at the moment, in some days, there will be a collection of dictation. It was my new manual for this secondary school teachers about having dictations. According to the program created by Parvana Jamshed, it's a requirement of the state that after finishing each unit, teachers should have dictation, any kind of dictation, any kind of, there are various kinds of dictations. And And the number of dictations, I have already repeated several times to our teachers that depends on the number of units of the textbook.
Yeah. So this text was completely different, yeah?
Yeah, there are now they say that teachers, I would say, that there are some now difficult problems about using now textbooks at the moment. And I did my best to easy, to support, to easy and to support the teachers about teaching. And I followed the textbooks written by Parvana Jamshedov and Jomatov and Karimov and other teachers. I only eased them. I only eased them. If the topic takes 4 or 5 pages, I shortened them. I took the main meaning and coming out from my experience and coming out from the now Parvana Jamshedov's program for the secondary school students. Now I created dictations based on their levels, for all levels, and teachers can use such kind of dictations in future, even at their lessons, while using their text, while exploiting their text, they can easily use such kind of now topics that are given in my manual, I would say.
That's
and I will not stop. It's my will. If there is a will, that's the way, I would say.
So I was just wondering if any of the books that you mentioned, they contain like, some also modern, let's say, teaching approaches, like using Bloom's taxonomy or just multiple intelligence. So do you use these kind of things also in the textbooks, so teachers are aware of them and they can use them as well in their daily classes?
To tell the truth, in my collection of dictation manual, I mostly based on this requirement that all the materials given in the textbooks should be based on the true life situations, and students should feel the necessity of learning English. They should feel the significance of each topics now exploited in the text, and coming out of the classroom, they should be able to use all the material used in the class in true life situations now easily. That's why while teaching, we should based on both conversational English. And then we say from the point of grammar, the standard English language. Because in true life situations, they should be able to use the language. It is a requirement of the method. They should be able to communicate. They should be able to use the material wherever they want to go, and whomever they want to have a talk. I would say, and certainly the manuals. And for example, we last in 2008 we created our now teacher's guide and students book for the students of the primary, for the students of the third, fourth classes. And here we greatly used the new methodology coming out, our experience coming out, my experience. We are a group of teachers created our manuals now that is based on competency-based language teaching.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and I think that it also helps the teachers, to learn more about that and to use them as well in their classroom, and also
certainly. Now, when we create textbooks, when we create manuals, when we create something new for the teachers, especially, they should be able to use them now sufficiently in their classes. Okay, it is a requirement of the country that as a senior teacher of the professional teacher development student, it is my responsibility to do so.
Exactly.
I would say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So there is a good citation life as a teacher begins by the day you realize that you are always a learner. So yeah, teacher learner, yeah, it's always kind of, we are shifting from one role to another. So can you tell us about what are the three main lessons you learned in your teaching career?
Okay. I always say to my teachers that teachers are doctors. What kind of doctor they are? I say teachers are the doctors of human nature. Human nature. And teaching English is not the same as teaching literature. It is not the same as teaching music, PI, math, or any other subject. It is, I would say, it is professionally and personally demanding and rewarding job. We shouldn't stop learning. Teacher shouldn't stop learning. Teacher is died. When he is died, when he stops learning. That's why we shouldn't say that. We shouldn't say die and use the time. Use the time to learn more and to be in research. Okay, I would say. And three things that I have learned from my learning career. Okay, that it is teaching English. A teacher, professional teacher, it's not a profession. It is subspecialty. It is subspecialty that has got ongoing process of learning, I would say, and which is based, which has got research. We should be in the know about all methodology that we could receive while teaching, because we are teaching and in the same time we are making research to find out something new. It is a first thing. The second thing that I would say, teacher should love the children or his students as he loves his own children. It is the second point. The third point, that teachers should make a teacher of English, a teacher in general, I would say, that make his students learn to love learning. It's the main point. Okay, because students don't care how much you know. Students don't care how much you know until they know how much you take care of them. That's why we should be very positive. We shouldn't be assertive. Okay? It's my opinion. Coming out from my 43 years experience, I can probably say that when you love the children, when they feel your love, that day they will start loving you. Okay. They start loving you because they can realize how much you got, how much degree of knowledge you have got, I would say.
That's great. Yeah, you speak so passionately, and I understand that whatever you're sharing with us, it just comes from your passion of teaching, love of teaching. So, yes. And then it's very impressive. Yeah, it's very impressive to know that you are just digging out deeper and then finding all this in order to to give it to other teachers of English who are coming to your courses, and that's incredible. Thank you very much. So and probably during the course you also speak, you also just have some conversation with teachers, and maybe you just also give them some kind of advice, and maybe just you also do some brainstorming with them, and could you share with us also what do you think makes a good teacher, and what recommendations can you give to young teachers?
Yes, I am the happiest one, a happy woman, a happy girl of Tajikistan, I would say, because I am surrounded with the teachers of English languages who want something new, and who want to get something new, some tips from me. And I always say that be crazy learner, not to be tired of seeking the newest ways of teaching. Never say die. Never say die. And I say, make the lemon taste. It's good. And I always say, be confident. Be confident in speaking. If there is nobody to speak, speak to yourself. While doing something, speak to yourself. Exactly. And read. Learn reading by reading. Learn to speak by speaking. And learn communicating by communicating.
And writing by writing.
Oh, writing by writing. Exactly. The next one, they say, participate in the development now courses, in the, how to say, now profession teacher development courses. Be active. Okay, you may start small even from your school, then from your regions, and then now you may visit several times to the profession teacher development institute where I'm living. Even sometimes I don't want to go home. I want to continue to create something new. Okay, it's my dream. Never say die. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. Love children. Love your, how to say, subspecialty. It's not my specialty. It's not my job. It's my love. It's my love, I would say.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. We also have some questions from our audience, because you know that so many people are watching us on Facebook right now. And of course, they want to ask you some questions as well. So the question from our audience is, how did the exchange program change your life? So you told about your T program, right? Which you participated in, and can you tell how it changed your life?
Oh,
T program.
T program changed. Oh,
how did it change your life?
I was a teacher of the secondary school. With the result of what, after returning back home to my country, I was selected as a senior teacher. And I was able to teach now all the teachers of English language of the Tajikistan subordination. I could see a lot of how to say, laws of English language, because English language sounds very natural. I feel myself in the servants' heavens, that thank God that I have participated in T program, and I'm ready. I don't feel my age. I don't feel my age at the moment. I'm ready to participate in any program if I'm allowed, if I'm selected, because it's my passion. It's my passion. Teaching English or teaching methodology of teaching English to the student of other languages, And to my teachers, I say, it's my way. It's my way.
Yeah. So it helped, like it completely changed your life, yeah. So you were an ordinary teacher.
Oh yes,
You became a
I have moved to another world, the world of treasure, where I can meet, and I could in the comparison of two countries, traditions and customs,
so you were
education, everything. Yes, I have compared everything, and I'm doing my best. Even I decided to show my efforts, what I can do. And I moved, I tried now to, I did my best now to participate in the competition here, and with the result of what I was selected. I became an author. I could create a lot of manuals for my teachers. And at the moment, I'm the happiest one that I met my teachers, whom I am helping greatly. I'm meeting my students that I, at the moment, I am, how to say, I'm doing my best. I'm giving my heart to them if they want. If there is one, I would say. And I say that I can take the horse to the water, but I cannot make them drink the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'm sure that when I take, God will support me. They will drink the water. Exactly. Okay.
Thank you.
The day is coming near.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, of course. So we understand that, nowadays teachers really need lots of inspiration and encouragement, because, some young teachers, when we had a conversation with them, some of them really feel frustrated because they don't know how to manage the class, how to find the way to students, and how to teach to make classes fun and enjoyable. And we know that you are also doing a great job. So could you tell us what are 3 key tips that you could share with us and also with our audience, and also advise them 3 key tips that could improve their teaching?
I would say the first and the uppermost thing, it is lost time is never found.
Okay.
Do your best. Use your time. Use your time. Don't waste your time for nothing. Try to learn something new, because learning the language, knowing the world. Okay, in some days I'm visiting the United States of America again, and I say, it's my knowing the language that is leading me towards another countries where English is spoken as a state language. In future, I am doing my best to try now to see with my own eyes other countries where English is spoken. When I visit there, for example, I would do my best to attend the lessons once and again, and to see how the teachers of specialists of other countries, of foreign countries, doing their best about teaching English language. Okay, because we should, our students of Tajikistan and the knowledge should compromise with the knowledge standards of other countries as well, I would say. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So we have another question. Yes, our audience is asking, how can learning be possible in remote learning when the primary issue is poor reading comprehension? So we know that, in some in remote areas, teachers have their own difficulties. Yeah, for example, the audience and the question tells about, like, if there is a poor reading comprehension, how can be learning done by a teacher? How can be teaching done by a teacher?
If they don't know how to read.
Yes.
Okay. I would say, read a lot. For example, now I have already told you about some problems that our teachers are having. They don't know the methodology, the newest methodology of teaching English to the respect of other language. And that's why some students cannot read. What should we do about this? We should use the methods of developing reading skills of students. It is pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. First of all, we should arouse their interest towards learning, towards reading, towards want to read. And that's why we should now, how to say, draw them towards towards being able to read, wanting to read. That's why, and we should advise them now to read a lot. To read a lot. I already told you. Now learn reading by reading. We should use extensive reading, and at home, wherever they go, they can use some brochures, some small books, whatever they want. For example, at the very beginning of the lesson, even now, starting from the first up to the 11th form, we can use the magazines and newspapers for political information. Getting maybe now they will read in Tajik, and they will give the main meaning of this text in English. They're improving reading, and in one the same moment they're improving their speaking skills.
Exactly, starting from small portions of reading, and also just reading comprehension can be improved.
Certainly, it's a very now starting point at the primary levels. We start reading first. Now, how to say? Now we don't start reading. First of all, we start how to communicate, how to speak. For example,
how to inspire the interest.
For example, how to arouse their interest. And then they start reading when they get introduced with the letters first, with the letters.
Exactly.
For example, they say, now it's B, for example, back, for example, it's back. Okay, in this way. They start, when they start now reading the letters, they then now blends them. And small by small and step by step, they learn reading. Okay.
I remember there was a very interesting webinar, by the English Without Borders and Nancy Eccles. So Professor Nancy Eccles, professor from the US, she mentioned that teaching English in remote areas when there is no textbooks, when there are just, no materials available, what you can do. And she was just telling that, total physical response could help you, like even just showing something and also just writing that word on the board.
Now there was an article in the magazine of Forum. Now teaching English in big class, in large classes with limited resources.
Exactly.
Even in South Africa, there are some situations that it's written there. There are some situations that in one and the same class there are even 200 students. 150 students
and one teacher,
and one teacher. There is no resource. It is really how to teach. Even even teacher used now cement as a board, and used a yellowish now poster to write 5 sentences or create small text and stick it on the board, or maybe dividing into groups. Now he managed, for example, 200, 300, even 180 students.
So everything depends on teachers.
On the teachers, certainly. It is it's a main source in the classroom. It's a teacher. When for the first time, teachers, American teachers visited from USA to our country, I took them to my school. They attended my classes, and I had a question at that time that what is the most important one, computer or the teacher in the class? And the answer was teacher. Teacher. If I am a master of my, how to say, subspecialty, my passion, I can do everything. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
If there is a will, there is a way. Why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. So, okay, we have another question. Okay, so the last question, can you tell about your favorite quote, saying, motto that helped you in your career?
Oh, I always say, I'm a teacher, but I don't teach anybody anything. I'm a teacher, but I don't teach anybody anything. I make my students think. It is the requirement of a new methodology. It is task-based learning. It is, how to say, audio-lingual method. It is audio-visual method that we are using at the moment, that we should make our students learn how to learn. Yes, it is my motto. And I say, never say die. If there is will, there is a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Make an apple. Make an apple. The sweetest one, tasty as you taste lemon. When you taste lemon, you should feel the sweetness of the apple. It is my motto. Never say die. I'm not, how to say, I'm not a teacher again, I would say. I am a monitor. I am a leader. I am an observer. I am a supervisor.
Great, thank you very much. So, okay, so, you know, also our audience who are watching us on Facebook, they are spreading their word of gratitude to you. Some of them, they're saying, thank you, dear Malima. I'm sure you could motivate other teachers to be a good one. And also we have others, happy to see you, Malima. Tahmina is saying, like, so many people are watching us, and let's greet them. Yes, hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching us. Yeah. And thank you very much again, Malima John, for coming and also sharing your knowledge, and also just doing this interview with us. So I know that so many teachers got so many interesting things from you, and also learned about your experience, learned about your career. And I'm sure that you know, this recording will be available for many years on Facebook, and lots of people who will be joining the English Without Borders, they will be able to see this recording, and we will be happy to see you again. And we are looking forward to more collaborations with the Republican Institute for Advanced Studies and Retraining of Education in Dushanbe, and also with you. Thank you for coming, for joining English Without Borders. Always will be happy to host you, and we welcome all our audience to join us on Facebook, and also just in our in-person activities. Please follow us on social media and stay with us, and improve your teaching experience by joining English Without Borders, both online and in-person activities. Thank you very much for joining and for your active participation. Wishing all of you good evening, and we don't say goodbye, we say see you soon.